A lot of people are curious about my past, so I'm gonna try and save some trouble for you. Um, I'm not saying I'm gonna put that to the rest. Of course, feel free to ask if you have more questions about it. But a lot of people ask me why I became a monk and why I left. By the way, my name is Chandra Ratnayaka. I'm a psychotherapist. At the age of 10, I became a Buddhist monk. I am from Sri Lanka, and it is not abnormal, it's not uncommon. A lot of young boys in Sri Lanka become Buddhist monks, and then when they grow up, when they become teenagers or young adults, most of them leave. But the idea is to become a permanent monk. So I thought I would be one of them, and I spent 20 years until I was in my early 30s. I was a Buddhist monk. It was a great experience for the most part, but there were, especially the beginning was very rough, which I think left a mark in my life that I later understood by studying psychology and counseling, which kind of also paved the way for me to become a psychotherapist. Um, and in an interesting way, all the learning, all the teachings that I learned as a Buddhist monk in my younger days became an asset when I left and started living a lay life. It all made sense to me. Um, so I would, in a strange way, I would say I'm more in tune with the teachings of Buddhism than I was a Buddhist monk in a strange way, as an institutionalized way. Um, so I liked the lifestyle, but for various complex reasons, I couldn't uphold the high ideals of monastic life. Um, and then later, I wanted to express myself, my sexuality, uh, potentially wanted to start a family, which I do now. So all in all, after many years of considerations, I left and started doing small jobs and gigs and then started teaching and did my PhD, and now I practice as a psychotherapist. I'm not settled by any means, in the worldly sense, but I I, I really like how I practice now, both the teaching as well as my psychotherapy. I wouldn't call myself a Buddhist psychotherapist, but it is something that I am exploring with like-minded people. But what I do mainly is very much regular psychotherapy, but with people's consent and people's requests, sometimes I bring in useful practices from Buddhism. Going back to the original question, um, it was not uncommon experience to enter and to leave, but I had my own experience and reasons to do that. Yeah, that's the summary of it. But if you have more questions, feel free to ask as we journey along. Thank you.